That's one of the biggest things that I start teaching my clients from the get-go is it isn't one thing. It wasn't one thing that got you here. It wasn't, just one specific thing that made you end up with a chronic illness. It was years of multiple things layered on top of each other. We're talking chronic stress, maybe trauma, nervous system regulation stuff, deficiencies. Like it's a big spectrum. And so if we're looking for that singular fix to fix where we are, it doesn't exist. And you can go down that rabbit hole. And I know you know this because you speak about it in your content all the time, that it wasn't about just avoiding gluten. It wasn't about that parasite protocol. It wasn't about finding the perfect supplement, because it's not one thing.
No, exactly.
And if you just stop looking for the one thing, your life gets a lot easier.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of pressure off you, and that amount of energy that you're giving to stress and anxiety, you could actually be putting that back into your body. Why do you think we chase quick fixes even when, we probably know that they're not the answer?
I think it's a multi-dimensional issue. Like we just touched on it a little bit about our capitalist type culture that is trying to sell us solutions, and they simplify the problem and they ignore nuance. And I think that's one aspect. But I think when it relates to the healing journey, I think it's also about understanding the difference between a chronic health condition and an acute health situation. So if we go into the doctor's office because we twisted our ankle or had an acute issue all of a sudden happen to us, we are conditioned into that way of, here's the problem, and then the doctor comes in, they diagnose the problem, and they say, oh, here's the solution, you need this. And we're used to that transactional kind of medicine. And for a young person, if that's all you've ever experienced, that certainly was my experience before I received my chronic illness diagnosis. It was, oh, there's a problem with my body. I'll go to the doctor. They'll give me something to fix it. And that's just what we believe. That's just kind of what we're conditioned to believe. And so I think that that's another common mistake, is if we are viewing chronic illness as the same way as an acute condition, it's not the same thing. It's not, oh, just hand me the solution. It doesn't work that way.